Okay, now.
I'm the top dog in the league, homie.
Yeah.
Let's speak on it, the stretch for anybody to reach on me.
Don't reach.
Just breathe on it, don't tell them. They gotta know it's me
They know
on it.
it.
Won't kick it on me and go for 3
They know
on
it.
you. You couldn't guard me with the cleanest armor.
know.
I got it covered,
Yes.
these corners.
Yes.
I'm the top dog in the league, homie.
That me.
Let's speak on it, this stretch for anybody to reach on me.
Don't reach.
Just breathe on it, don't tell them. They gotta know it's me on it.
now.
We don't kick it on me and go for 3 on you.
now.
You couldn't guard me with the cleanest armor.
Yeah.
I got it covered,
Yeah.
these corner
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to D's Corner, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the draft. It was pretty freaking crazy. The top, 14 picks, offensive players. First defensive player doesn't go off until 15. Shockers, what the Falcons did. So many quarterbacks, 6 quarterbacks, some reaches, some not. Let's see how everything went. I just knocked out a video of my grades for all the first round picks. And now I'm going to do my first round winners and losers. Again, if you're not familiar with the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. You see it going across the ticker at the bottom. I truly appreciate any and all help. That is the one way you can help me, and you can do it silently. If you want to comment, by all means, do so. Let's chat it up. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think who you thought won, who you thought lost. All right, but let's just jump right into my video, my opinion of who we have as winners and losers. All right, so my night one round one, my winners and my losers. First up, the winners, the Chicago Bears. When you look at what Chicago did, adding Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze, these are players who can grow together throughout their rookie year. These guys can become professionals together. These guys, both of them in similar positions, if I'm not mistaken. Neither one of them have children. Neither one of them are married. They're both young guys who can just come in and legit focus on ball. Rome is able to learn behind DJ Moore as well as Keenan Allen. You look what they've done defensively. They do only have 2 more picks throughout the rest of the draft for tonight and tomorrow. But when you look at everything that this team has done throughout the offseason and now throughout the first round of the draft, you got to love it. The Bears, this is a team that's swinging for the fences. Now, I keep saying it. You can tell this ownership has not minced words when it comes to the GM as well as the head coach. You can tell that their feet are being held to the fire, and they're doing everything in their power to make this team a contender. The quarterback alone should add a couple wins. I think this team won 7 games last year. We forget that they only had the first round pick due to the trade with the Panthers, but this is a phenomenal start. Obviously, on paper, the Chicago Bears look good, but for me, they are one of my first winners. The Arizona Cardinals, man, when you look at everything that the Cardinals did not do during free agency, the draft picks that they have, and what this coach is able to do, what this coach wants to do defensively, when you look back at who he was as a DC for the Philadelphia Eagles, he had a phenomenal defensive line. You start doing that by taking Darius Robinson towards the tail end of the first round. Marvin Harrison Jr., phenomenal wide receiver that you picked up in the first round, in my opinion, at the 4th pick. In my opinion, the best wide receiver in the class. He has the pedigree, the lineage. He understands what it is to be a professional, as he's already conducted himself as such, not participating in the combine, not participating at his pro day. He's been doing football stuff because he says he's a football player. He has a lower demeanor, kind of like his father. I don't think he's as quiet. Most kids nowadays aren't. But I don't think when you look at Kyler Murray and how he was with Cliff Kingsbury as well as D-Hop, I don't think that I don't think there will be conflict here once things get adrenaline gets to pumping and your emotion stuff get highlighted or heightened during the time frame of a game. But I definitely like where and how the Arizona Cardinals are moving. They're definitely one of my winners. Another winner I have to give credit to is the Minnesota Vikings, just because of what they got already on their team, what their needs were, and where they were able to get them. I did not like the trading up for J.J. McCarthy. I felt like he would have been there. It's possible that Dallas Turner could have also been there. But when you look at it, JJ is a good game manager. He'll only have to make a few plays a game when you look at the weaponry that he has, the offensive line that he has. Defensively, if you look at what Brian Flores will now be able to deploy, he'll have a three-headed monster just at the edge rush position alone. If you're able to attack the quarterback and get after the quarterback, that helps in the secondary. Everything on that defense will have to run together, and Brian Flores is starting up front. Fantastic edge rusher in Dallas Turner. Being able to have Van Ginkel there who can rush from the edge or who can play middle literally gives you a lot of scheme versatility depending on down and distance. It just allows you to be a good football coach, which Brian Flores is. I really, really like the Dallas Turner pickup. Seems like they tried to take the blueprint away from the Houston Texans, draft a top quarterback, draft a top edge rush, get one of them rookie of the year on offense, one of them rookie of the year on defense. I don't think that's the case, but when you look at the talent that the Minnesota Vikings were able to put on the field on offense, J.J. McCarthy does have the opportunity to place himself in the offensive rookie of the year conversation just because of what he has around him. Similarly to Brock Purdy being in the MVP conversation because of what he has around him. The Philadelphia Eagles. If the Philadelphia Eagles is not a winner to you, I don't know what you're smoking. This team has been killing it since the end of the season. This team, every swing that they have taken, it seems like it's connected. You're able to get the number one corner, staying pat at 22, a player who in my opinion, resembles a young Darius Slay. Now he gets to learn from that same Darius Slay, learn and mold and grow as a professional. I really liked his interview. He said that he told his coaches at Toledo to coach him hard. He's going to let the coaches for the Eagles know to coach him the hardest. The kid is 4'3", pretty good size, can play off, can play man, is going to be in your hip pockets, fast, physical, everything about Philly. This kid screams. And when you look at when it will be time for Slay to hang it up or Bradbury to hang it up, Bradbury could this kid here could possibly push Bradbury out the door, in my opinion, because you still have a lot of younger cornerbacks that are on this team. Really good pickup. Love what the Eagles are doing. Fantastic offseason, and they're killing it already in round one. They have 2 picks in the second round today. Can't wait to see what they do. I think this is my final winner, and that's the Detroit Lions. When you look at everything that Detroit is doing, Detroit, in my opinion, can be on par with Philly when it comes to talent, the talented roster. Not just names, but the actual talent. Detroit has dipped in that Alabama pool the past few years, but Terrion Arnold pairing with Carlton Davis, Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, Ofanu, I can't pronounce his first name, but they run a lot of 3 safety sets. This kid here is he's still learning the position. He came to Alabama as a safety, converted a corner. Kool-Aid McKinstry was the number 1 corner, and this kid was taken before him. Kool-Aid's still on the board. But when you look at it, I think this is an Aaron Glenn player. Feisty, physical, can play off, can play aggressive, can play man-to-man, will hit you in your mouth and be in your back pocket every single where you go. This guy is going to pester the hell out of teams in the NFC North. And like I've said before, the Lions have tasted what it's like to make the playoffs. The Lions have tasted what it's like to be a top 3 seed. The Lions have tasted what it's like to be the NFC North champion, and they do not want to revert back to anything they were before Dan Campbell and his group of guys got there. I really, really, really love this pick for the Detroit Lions. Now off to the losers. First up, we got the Atlanta Falcons. Now, long term, I think they'll be okay, but specifically for last night, they had more pressing needs than quarterback. Going with Michael Penix was a really good pickup. However, where they took him, you took him as a top 10 quarterback after giving Kirk Cousins the money you did. You invested so much and you invested in offense so heavily that it was thought that it was going to be to build around Kirk. Kirk will be there for the next 2 years, but Penix will be 26 by the time he's able to really touch the field, barring injury. Now, Kirk Cousins is older and coming off of a major injury, so we'll see how that works out and shapes out for him. But I really like what the Falcons did by getting Penix. I just don't like the place in which they took him when you had all the top defensive players on there. Quinyon Mitchell and AJ Terrell could have formed a nice tandem at corner. So could Terry Arnold. Dallas Turner, Jared Verse, Liatu Latu, like you need edge rushers. And with Raheem Morris being more of a defensive minded coach, he did coach the offensive side, but he's known for his defense. The one thing that I just can't help but to think is Raheem Morris has a lot of faith in Zach Robinson as a offensive coordinator. He's coming from the McVay tree, but I think he's going to allow Zach Robinson to showcase what he has as an offensive coordinator, because he has so many weapons, so many different formations, so much that he can do with what they did during the offseason offensively. But again, like I said, for this particular position, drafting him in the top 10, when you have other picks, other needs, this is why the Atlanta Falcons are a loser in my book. The Denver Broncos also are a loser because, like I said, me personally, just not high on Bo Nix. I do not think Bo Nix can compete with Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert. I just don't. Not with this roster that he has. It was even said, I think, on the NFL Network coverage of the draft that he's compared to Drew Brees. I don't see it. He is athletic. He will get the ball out of his hands fast. He can scramble. I just don't think decision-making wise is what I think is going to kill them. You are going up against some tough defenses with the Chargers, with the Raiders, as well as the Chiefs in your division. I still see Denver as the bottom tier of the AFC West. I mean, you could have traded back and still been able to get Bo Nix, as well as being able to get more draft capital, because they don't have a second-round pick today. Next up, the Vegas Raiders, man. And again, not the prospect, just the position. They have more needs. They have more pressing needs. You just drafted a tight end last year. Why go back to the tight end market, regardless of how good he is? Who is going to be getting these guys the ball? You have Devontae Adams and you have Jacoby Myers, who are similar body build to Bowers. Bowers is going to be a move tight end. He's not a inline tight end. I guess you can try to do two tight ends and run the ball, but we'll see how that works. Like I said, me personally, I really love the prospect of Brock Bowers. I just did not like or even expect him to be on the Raiders' radar. I think this may be my final slide. One of the biggest losers, in my opinion, is Bert. It is what it is, bro. Mr. Ephraim. The San Francisco 49ers. I did not understand the pick of Ricky Pearsall. If you're going to go wide receiver, go somewhere like Leggett. Leggett would have been fantastic in this offense. I think Pearsall can be fantastic in this offense. I just think Leggett has more ability, because now you're going to have to trade one of your top guys. Is Brandon Ayuk gone? Is Debo gone? What are you going to do with Jennings? These are things that are going to have to happen either this year or either this weekend or during the trade deadline once the season starts, because after this year, Brock Purdy's contract is going to come due. He's not a first-round pick. You don't have an option, a fifth-year option on him. You are going to have to sign Brock Purdy and show him how much you care about him, show him how much he truly means to you, and show him how much he's worth. To be able to do that, you can't have two top 5 paid wide receivers. You can't have a top 10 tight end, top running back, and the top quarterback, top left tackle. This is a salary cap business. They're going to have to finagle that salary cap. I just didn't understand the Ricky Pearsall. I do know that the kid has hands. I know he's dynamic. Just I don't think he was first round dynamic. Again, like I said, you could have taken Leggett. You could have traded back and accumulated even more draft picks. So with all that being said, man, it was just a bit confusing to me. But those are my winners. Those are my losers. The Buffalo Bills were also in consideration for losing, but we'll see how they go today. If you want to look at it as just strictly day one, then yes, I think they would trade it because they have pressing needs. But I'm willing to bet that the 33rd overall pick will be traded today, most likely before the draft, if not during the draft, and they'll probably get a haul for that. Buffalo has a lot of holes that they'll need to fill. So I guess if you want to add them to the losing bracket within this, obviously that's fine, and I could definitely concede that. I could definitely agree with that as well. But that's what I got, man. Look out. I will be doing second and third round grades, as well as winners and losers of day 2, as well as day 3. And then I'll do Monday. I'll have something for the complete draft grades and everything. Again, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It's coming down right here, right there. Like, share, and subscribe. Help me grow. I really, 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 really appreciate it all. Enjoy the rest of the draft. Enjoy day 2. Y'all have a good weekend. But don't forget to come back to D's Corner and check me out.
Okay, now. I'm the top dog in the league, homie. Yeah. Let's see, on it, the stretch for anybody to reach on me. Just breathe on it, don't tell them. They gotta know it's me on it. Won't kick it on me and go for 3 on you. You couldn't guard me with the cleanest armor. I got it covered. These corners.